It was good. It was good. We had an opportunity to get better today, and I thought we did.
Marcus, for the short week, what's kind of the difference in terms of getting ready for a Friday game and kind of combining some of the things I'm assuming you have to do in a longer week?
Yeah, you lose out in 24 hours of preparation, and guys kind of got to take it upon themselves to really kind of get in the game plans and make sure they understand everything. But for the most part, I think the coaches have really done a good job with us, and practicing well today. So I think we're getting prepared well.
By the time you get after the Monday practice, is it back to kind of normal, or kind of your normal Tuesday practice at that point, or are you playing catch up throughout the week?
Yeah, I mean, we set the game plan. Basically, our Monday practice was Sunday, and guys got in the game plan then, and they had the opportunity to kind of learn stuff, and then we came back on Monday, which was really our Tuesday practice, and was able to kind of put that game plan out and practice with it. So, these last 2 days with what we've been able to kind of accomplish as a team in terms of preparation has done us good, and I think we're ready.
So are you gotten your days of the week confused yet?
I mean, kinda. I mean, it's weird to play on a Friday, but it'll be fun. It'll be a fun atmosphere.
Are you guys able to get much from last year's game on Cal on the tape, just since it was like a monsoon out there?
Right, and I mean now they have a new defensive coordinator, so it's a little different, obviously. But guys like to look at that stuff for personnel. See guys from last year on the same team this year. So, but yeah, I mean it's tough to kind of watch that game in terms of the weather and now a new defensive coordinator.
Does it seem like there's a bunch of differences between coordinators?
A little bit. There's obviously going to be some telltales, but every team kind of plays us differently. And this coordinator, what he's shown this far is different than what was being played last year. But then again, he might come back with the same game plan as they did last year, so we're not sure.
Marcus, we talked to the Bears earlier this year about that game last year here, and obviously they weren't too thrilled with the weather. Goff talked about not being able to hold on the football. How tough was it to grip and to throw where you wanted to? Because you guys had some fumbles too. You just recovered some of them.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to play in weather like that. But for us, we were able to kind of battle through it, and we did well. There's always little tricks and things that you can kind of do. Growing up, my coach in high school always told me kind of grip the ball a little less, and I was able to kind of do that, and it helped me out in that game.
That was ridiculous. It looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
To watch. Was it crazy to play in?
Definitely. I mean, everyone kind of plays in rain throughout their career, but to play in that type of rain was, something different. But at the same time, I'm proud of those guys. We were able to battle through that, and we played well.
How about playing in an NFL stadium for you? I mean, is this something where you go in and you think, okay, you got to get used to this because someday?
I haven't really put much thought into that. It'll be exciting to play in Levi Stadium. My brother and my dad are huge Niner fans, so it'll be kind of cool to kind of take pictures and show them all that kind of stuff.
Do you guys like the whole playing in an NFL stadium? I know a lot of people like kind of the college game for like that atmosphere that kind of comes around. Like Autzen Stadium would be a little bit different than if you went up and played in Seattle or something.
Right. I mean, it'll be fun for us. I think it's a different experience. It's an opportunity to kind of experience an NFL stadium, a new one. But obviously you said it. I mean, the college atmosphere is always fun to play in, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of atmosphere there is on Friday. But again, we're very excited to play in.
Marcus, can you say a few words about Kenny Bass? He got to play a little bit more last week and what he means to the team.
Oh, I mean, he's an unbelievable worker. He's been here for a while now, and he's really put in the work and the time to get where he's at, and to see that guy kind of be successful in a couple carries and kind of show that he can be depended on, says a lot about him, and we're gonna need him.
Last week when Hamani hopped off the field, did your heart kind of skip a beat when that happened? And then now that everything's cool, the offensive line going forward, it seems like it gets kind of better each week.
Yeah, when Hamani went down, obviously it's tough to see a teammate go down, but when he got up and kind of limped off, he got under his own power, and he felt that he should be okay. So it wasn't too much of a worry there. But each week the offensive line is doing well. Each week in practice they're practicing better, and those guys are coming along, and we're looking forward to another one.
Marcus, Hamani's been around for a long time. I think he started when Bellotti was still here and then went on his mission. What's it like having a player with that much experience, and what's kind of your relationship with him?
Yeah, I mean, Hamani, when I first got here, was kind of somebody that kind of took me under his wing a little bit, just because, obviously the Polynesian descent and kind of stuff like that. So, with Hamani, he comes through with a lot of experience, a lot of life experience. I mean, he's been through a lot. So obviously you can always kind of go to him and ask him questions. And he's also a really good barber. So I get my haircut by him every week. So it's awesome to have that kind of guy, and he's a great guy, and he's a great teammate.
When you guys play a Thursday night or Friday night game, do you ever consider that there's more eyeballs nationally on you at all?
Not necessarily. For me personally, I tend not to think about that kind of stuff. But it'll be interesting to see Friday. Playing in an NFL stadium, playing on a Friday night. There's not that much college games on, so people will be kind of tuning in. But it'll be a lot of fun, and it should be a good experience.
Scott was talking yesterday about Levi Stadium, and the atmosphere might be a little dead. I know they're doing a Groupon deal to try to sell tickets. It's going to be different, as Tyson mentioned, than playing in a college environment. Do you guys prepare for that differently, knowing you're going to go into maybe a little more of a dead environment where the energy in the stadium might not be where you're used to be?
Not necessarily. I think you just got to prepare just like how you always been, and if you're not motivated to play in a college game, then you got to find it within yourself to be ready. Guys will be ready, and I think as a team we'll be motivated to play.
Bronson Yim was the defensive scout team player of the week last week. What does he and what do the scout team guys bring to the whole equation?
Yeah, I mean, for those guys, each and every week they have to provide another look, and they mean so much to our team. Without them, we wouldn't be able to prepare as well as we do. And to have those guys, especially guys like Bronson, who really put in the work every single day, means a lot to us. And we're very grateful for them.
And you're obviously pretty close with him. You've known him for a long time. How has it been having him as a teammate here? And your careers are obviously going in different directions. But what's it like having a guy that close to you for that long be around?
Yeah, it's definitely special. It's an opportunity for us to kind of always be together and kind of have that family sense from home. And he's been with me since high school, and it's been awesome to kind of go through all these experiences with him. And we're always kind of learning about each other, and it's good. And, it's special, and it's awesome. It's an awesome experience.
He said he's had no career interceptions for Oregon, but how many times has he picked you up? He said he can't even count.
Oh,
how many times has he got you?
plenty. And I mean, he's got me so many times in high school, and he's got me so many times on the scout team. And he always, whenever he gets one, he always makes sure I know that he was the one who caught it and made the play. So it's always definitely fun with him.
And then finally, last from you, Devin Allen was one of the last guys to come off the field. You guys are just chronically late walking off the field. Is that were you working together? Is that part of what you guys were doing?
Yeah, and we wanted to kind of go over some routes, kind of fine tune some things. Some guys have class at 12. Devin was kind of one of the guys that didn't have, and we were able to kind of go through some of the routes and practice some of that stuff just to prepare extra for this game.
So maybe like an extra half hour?
Yeah, I mean,
and how does that translate onto the field? Extra 30 minutes on a Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, any little work that you put in is gonna help you in the game. So those guys, whenever they have an opportunity to work, I'm always willing and able, and I think it's good for our team.